a beautiful day so far. If you're new here, hey, my name is Emily, and today I'm sharing with you 15 Amazon kitchen organizers that I absolutely love, kitchen essentials that just make life easier in the kitchen, more efficient, and they have lasted me some of these a few years and I'm very happy with them, so I wanted to share those with you today. I will have it all linked in the description box below this video. Just tap the more button right next to the title and then the other more button, and it will all pop up below the video for you. It'll also be linked in my Amazon storefront, so it's easy to find for you and everything. Let's go ahead and jump right into these Amazon organizers for the kitchen. The first one is mainly an essential that you need for the kitchen. I wouldn't say it organizes anything, but it will save your cabinetry and even your floors if you get a leak, and that is an under sink mat. You can get this for your bathroom too. If you've ever had a leak in your house, you know how important it is to have something there. And usually we just don't catch those type of things right off the bat. If you're lucky, you do, but it's just really nice to happen. And this is very essential and they're really affordable, and you can use pretty much anything, but it takes up, it doesn't take up a ton of space. Like if you put a bowl underneath there, then you lose that area to organize underneath your sink. This allows you to still organize and have everything watertight, if you want to call it that. I have another simple gadget for the sink area to keep the area clean, let your sponges dry without taking up area in your sink. This wraps around the faucet itself. It has the two little downspouts, the back bends depending on what length you have, and then you can let your sponges dry and it keeps everything much cleaner, and it's easy to clean too. Pop it in the dishwasher. I really like this new organizer I got for the kitchen, and it is a lid and pan organizer. It's easy to adjust, so if I take out these two middle ones, I can adjust the length of it and I can make it smaller depending on what size my cabinet is. These come in two different sizes and two different shapes. I really like these because one is made for the lids and one can hold the other trays. This is a wire rack. It's really easy to bend the dividers into, and you can adjust it to how you need to fit your pots and your lids in there. So see how it just pops it in, it keeps it organized, and it works really well for tall lids as well as cast iron and cookie sheets. It's multifunctional. I really like this. You can also use them as two separate pieces, so one just for lids, one for pans, which is really nice. I also grabbed this one to compare it. This one's plastic, it's half the size, it has less dividers, which is fine, no biggie, but I like the all metal one because it's adjustable and it can be split into two. It also has taller dividers that are easier to get out of as well. This plastic one was really stiff, and I think it would give people more problems and probably break the plastic eventually. But I wanted to compare them both for you so you can figure out which one you like better. There's a 3-inch difference in there. I really like the metal one a lot. Next one though is actually good for underneath the sink, and this is this organizer that has two tiers, but the tray pulls out on it, and I really like this. You can actually secure it to your cabinetry if you want to, or the mat, but I really like that it utilizes the vertical space. It pulls out so you can get those things in the far back, which is usually very difficult to get to in underneath your sink and stuff like that with the deep cabinets. It works really well. I got the wired one. Obviously there's probably plastic ones. All right, this next one's kind of fun, but it's for your fridge, and I don't have a ton of organizers for my fridge. I really don't go berserk in there, but the egg organizer, and it's very simple. It holds eggs. You can get this in a larger version too in case you buy like 3 dozen at Costco or something. You can do that as well. Number 7 on our kitchen organizer list is this movable tray holder. Now you could use this for medicines, spices, kind of whatever you want, but it adjusts so you can leave it in the cabinet and then pull it out. It comes with labels and everything. It's got sticky tabs, and it's just really neat the way it works. You can adjust the shelves so you can determine what height you need based off of your jars or whatever you're putting in it, but it works really well and it's quite sturdy. I was shocked and I really like it. And the best part is you can use it for different items as the years go on. The next kitchen organizer is great in the kitchen and also bathroom. These can kind of go for either space really, but they stack on each other so you can get multiple and you really utilize that vertical space. They're clear so you can see exactly what's in them, and a lot of people like using them for their pods and stuff for the dishwasher and things. We don't, we just use liquid, so I use them for different things in there and it works really well. But I really like to utilize trays for inside my drawers, and I have some from IKEA that I really like. I also have some bamboo bamboo ones that you can get from IKEA and also Amazon and stuff. But they work really well, and you can use them for silverware, serving items. You can use them for snacks. You can use them for teas, kind of really whatever you want to put in it. But I really like the drawer dividers that you can position wherever you want in your drawer. You can utilize in all the different ways, and it just makes it so functional. And these are adjustable, so they're renter friendly. They don't stick to anything. Just make sure when you buy them, you get the right depth for your drawer. They do adjust a few inches, but if you order one that goes is 22 inches long and your drawer only goes to 19, it ain't gonna do you any good. So just make sure. I'll leave 2 different sizes linked down below for you, but they work really well. They also come in white, I think in black, and a couple other colors, but I like the bamboo because it matches my drawers.
Now something I really like is to have a knife divider. This one I got from IKEA, so I found this one off of Amazon and I really like it. It holds all the knives and it holds tall and short ones. So steak knife, cooking knives, just really nicely made. So this would be a great addition to your kitchen. Number 12 are these stove trays. These go on the edge of your stove if you have a traditional push-in stove. Magnet to the top, and they work really well and they're very sturdy. So I was really happy with these. Number 13 is this spice jar liner. Now, if you don't have cabinets up top or you need to put them in your drawer, this is great. It comes in a long roll so you can cut it to fit your cabinetry, and then just lay your spices on it. They don't wiggle, they don't move and adjust like they would if you didn't have a liner in them, and it's just really easy to work with. It's foam, so they're not going to crack. That leads me to my favorite item I have ever bought for my kitchen, I think, are these spice jars. Now you can use these for other things too, but I like the 4 ounce because they hold all the spices that I need and more. You can put the expiration date on the bottom, and I love everything being organized. This next item is a game changer in the kitchen. It's a brown sugar saver. All you do is soak it in water, dry it off, and put it in. You can let it touch the brown sugar or you don't have to, but it saves it and keeps it soft. It is the best thing ever.
Next Amazon kitchen organizer I got last year, and I didn't know how much I would love it when I first got it, but I'm very happy I got it because it really utilizes the space in your pantry, whether you have that in a cabinet or an actual pantry. You can file all of your cans in it, and it works really well. I even put jars on it too, but it funnels it really nicely. They even have little plastic dividers to keep everything straight. I don't really use those. I have them, but you know, I like to keep things really simple, but it works really well, very sturdy, and I have it always loaded up with cans, but then it tells me, you know, I can see when I'm out of something, I can go to the store and get that. So I really like that versus having to go deep into the pantry to stack them vertically. I like this because then I can see how many I have. And when you get new cans, you can funnel them through the back. It's really simple. So really happy with that one and really good for the cabinet.
This next kitchen gadget allows us to preserve food longer. It is a food saver, so it vacuum seals meat, fruit, whatever you want pretty much. You can do meals in it, and we really like this. We actually got a deer recently, which was great. So we got food in the freezer, and I am going to be making tallow.
I have my crock pot on low. I've set it for 6 hours. I have added 2 cups of water, some sea salt to it so far. And this is deer tallow fat. So it has been outside because it's been freezing. So I'm going to make sure there's no meat on it, and I'm going to chop it up into small bits, and then we're going to add that into here and render it really low and give this a whirl. Never done it before, so we shall see. You can hear like the skin, the silver skin on it. Definitely like it like this. It's not squishy or anything. Hard, you can see it's just kind of clumped. So right here, I'm just gonna cut that little bit. I'll probably save this part, but I don't want any meat because that's an impurity. It'll make it smell. We don't want it to smell. So I'm just gonna see how hard and crunchy it is. And so it says that you add salt to your water, and while it renders down slowly without the lid on, the salt brings out any of the impurities. So when this hardens, after we strain it, all the impurities you can just scrape off, and then if you need to render it again, you can. But we're just gonna chop it up to bits so it gets in there and gets all that tallow out of the fat. All right, this has been going for about 45 minutes, and you can see it kind of looks like jello. It's just jiggly. Yeah, some people use water, some people don't. I don't want it to smell, so that's why I added the water, so nothing would crispify or anything. Yeah, so hopefully this will be good. You can add essential oils to it once it's done to give it some flavoring, but I'm using this mainly for a lotion. I don't want this for cooking. I will get there. Maybe when we get our cow, we'll do that. But for now, yeah. Going for 6 hours now. It's on low. Everybody seems to do it for like 24 hours. So we are just going to let it keep on going. All right, so I turned it off because it started getting stuck on the sides and you could start smelling it. So it just got a little too hot. So you can see how that's looking now though. I'm going to strain it into, I don't have any cheesecloth, so I'm just going to use a double and do it that way. Pretty sure almost all the water evaporated, it feels like, because it's really low compared to where it was. But there's the stuff. Double strained it. I poured it from one to the other, but I'm gonna let that solidify overnight and we'll see what it looks like in the morning. Okay, this was just sitting here. Look how quickly that solidified. All right, so it sat overnight. You can see a couple specks in it. I'm gonna curious how much water we have in this. Oh, maybe we don't have any. Oh, we don't. Look at that. Just that little bit. That's why it was starting to stick to the sides. Interesting. So these are the impurities. So we're gonna scrape these off. And I think that has like salts and stuff too. And then I think I'll render it down one more time. Just to make sure that there's no more water in it and get out any other impurities, and then I'll jar it. I got every little last drop out of this, which was only about 3 or 4 drops. So I just added it to the oil. It needs more, but you know, it's all I got. So I got some jars and I'm just gonna pour it in. And if I need to, I can always melt it down again and add more oil. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna need another jar. Now you can see it's starting to set here at the very bottom. About wraps up my 15 favorite Amazon kitchen organizers for today's video. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. And if you happen to miss my last Amazon organization video, I just shared 20 home organizers that are very versatile for your entire home in my last video. So definitely be sure to go check that out. I'll have it linked here on the screen, also in the description box below for you. But hopefully you find those videos helpful and just encourages you at the start of this year to get everything organized and in place and feel less cluttered and so chaotic, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you for spending part with me, and I'll see you in the next one.